chips. These are Panera chips. They're the old bag. And recently, they've changed bags. As you can see, one of these, there you go, is more shiny than the other. I'm not sure why. I tasted these new shiny ones the other day, and they taste different. Now, I managed to snag a few of the old bags, and I'm gonna see if they taste different, or if it was just my imagination. I don't know. Okay, so this is the old bag for sure. It's good nitrogen. It is perfectly adequate, just like I remember. There is absolutely nothing special one way or the other about this potato chip. Imagine Cape Cod kettle cooked chips, just regular old Cape Cod chips, but slightly worse, and then that's exactly what this is. Again, it's not a bad thing, but it's definitely not a good thing. So literally the most middle of the road potato chip you could ever ingest. This is the baseline for all chips. Should be something too high. Should be right in the middle. It's actually astounding, like how could they get such a middling flavor exactly in the middle? Decent crunch. You get a decent transference of flavor. There's like a, or what kind of oil do they pretend to use? Vegetable oil contains one or more of the following. And see, this is where this is the crux of the whole debate here. Sunflower oil, corn oil, sounds so Midwest. Canola oil, sea salts. So those three oils. They're okay. And now, I mean, just look at it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this is like, don't take these outside. You might crash a plane with this. The camera's kind of making it look a little bit more shiny than it actually is, but I can assure you, in real life, the difference is staggering. Okay, so let's open it up, get a baseline for that good old potato brap that they put in there, that just nitrogen fart that comes up out of you. Okay. Yeah, no, that one hit different. That potato fart hit different, for sure. I think we got something here. I think I'm actually onto something. I don't think it's my imagination. Yeah, it's just like what happened before. What happened before, they're just off. Something's off here. Now I kind of don't know whether it's a good or a bad thing though. A little bit, I guess cleaner is how I would describe the flavor, which is not exclusively a bad thing. That's like I said, I don't have enough data here. Let me dive in again. Yeah, okay. So the ingredient says the same 3 oils, but there's very clearly, one could infer that it's really the same recipe or whatever. I just don't think so though. I think something's going on here behind the scenes. It's more than just the packaging. I mean, this doesn't taste shinier, you know what I'm saying? It tastes cleaner, more basic, and I don't mean that in like a plain way. I mean like actually like acid and bases kind of way, a more alkaline flavor. All right, chip number 3. I want to say smokiness. This is like when you want to achieve smokiness in your flavors, but you don't have the balls to actually cook something until it's smoky, or actually introduce any carbon, any kind of actual smoke into what you're doing. It's like, oh, these are smoked to perfection. I don't know, man. Okay, let's go back to the Zolt palate cleanse for you. Gotta stay hydrated. Let's go back to the other ones. And these aren't that old. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's key to do this now before older design ones get too old and kind of lose whatever flavor they have, whatever middling flavor they have. Yeah, no, it's different, man. It's different. These ones, I almost want to say, it's crazy, but I want to say kind of a grassy flavor. Green beans, that kind of jam. I generally like those kinds of flavors, but I wouldn't say that I like these more, so it's really throwing me. Is it good or not? I don't know, man. I just don't know. Okay. I feel like the newer ones have less salt. The older ones taste a bit saltier. And is it starting to grow on me? Am I losing my mind here? Okay. I'm gonna physically, okay, so right here, here's a shiny chip, and here's a regular old chip. Now, maybe I didn't get good representatives from each one of them, but it looks to me at first glance like the shiny chip is actually thicker, and that's kind of what I was getting. It seemed like there was a little bit more authority in the crunch, and maybe that was where I was getting kind of the basic flavor, because both of them are very lightly salted. I want to stress that right now. Both of them are very lightly salted, so what you're getting is more raw potato flavor. And if the slice is thicker, if the chip is thicker, you're gonna get more. You have to work more for that crunch. It's gonna seem like it could almost seem chewy. But once you really start to break into it, it could actually be a more satisfying crunch. Old one, dull one. Yeah, I think the salt hits you quicker in this one. Yeah, the oil feels snappier. The oil flavor feels better in this one. Maybe they have a different oil provider now, and maybe the ratio is different. I think that's the core of what we're looking at here. It's just horrible, dude. I'm sorry, but I think the potato flavor is slightly better in this one. It's almost got in the new ones, oil flavor is just rough. It's like it almost feels watered down. It's crazy. It feels like a very light oil. It feels like something that if you're trying to do like keto, it feels like your like keto guru is gonna keep you away from that oil, because it's just gonna be subpar, just like not up to snuff. I like that crunch in the old one. It's got a flakiness about it, which I never thought I would say. It just sort of melts on the tongue. And again, that's why the saltiness and that's why the oil, those flavors hit you faster. It's like they tried to scale it up. They tried to go more with it, you know? And they just missed the mark because they weren't willing to really shell out the money, put in the work to actually improve the flavor of their potato chips. They just wanted to, I don't know what they did. They maybe changed up their cooking, took as many shortcuts as possible to try to make it, oh, this is the new and improved potato chip 2.0, but it's not there. It may be slightly better, I don't know. maybe slightly better. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna call it here. The old ones are slightly better. Again, okay, very slightly. Like, if the old ones were the benchmark and scored a perfect 75, just a C average potato chip, to beat all C average potato chips, which they definitely are. Can't stress that enough. These new ones are maybe like a 74, okay? Like, maybe 74 and a half. They are very, it's a very small difference. They're almost the same level. Strange though. I don't know. I mean, what do we do with these though? Now, what do we do with the dull bag chips? I don't know. I feel like they're relics. Like, things like these are kind of, they interest me because it's like, well, these are never going to be made again. These are never going to see the light of day again. I don't know. I get some kind of like weird twisted nostalgia about this. It's like, well, do we let them die? These relics of yesteryear? And it's like, dude, they're potato chips. Get over it. But I keep coming back to it. Like, I think it's cool. Like, if you found, if you gave me, and it was safe to eat, just some, you know, bygone, you know, like Reese's like packaging that like they didn't use before, and it was safe to eat that peanut butter cup, I would gobble it up. I would relish it. I would be like, dude, thank you for the opportunity to do this. And then I would save the packaging because I just think it's that cool, right? So I don't know. I did snag a few of these. I think I got like 4 or 5 more bags of the old dusty looking ones. So I don't know. Maybe I'll sell them. I don't know. I'll leave my like Discord info. It's gonna be so weird. But yeah. And if you have anything like this, like, please feel free to like send me it, or, you know, tell me about it, or so I can, you know, be on the lookout for it. If something, you know, is changing the styling or whatever, or maybe they've changed the formula and you know they've changed the formula, hit me up. I'll put my palette to good use. In the meantime, you stay cool.